Hi, changebringer. Yes, you are a changebringer. Did you know if you change something inside of you, something will change in your world, and in the universe? That's how powerful you are. So today we're going to bring some changes. Today the video is about self-love. And there's a big misconception about self-love. Self-love is not quality time. Self-love is something completely different. So let me explain it from the beginning. When the mother is pregnant, the first 3 months, the mother is not sure if the baby's alive because she can't feel it being alive. She feels something that there's something changing in her body, but she doesn't feel it's alive. And a lot of women ask me, you think the baby's alive? And of course, I always say, wait, after 3 months, the soul, you as a soul, will connect with the body. And then you feel it being alive in your body, the baby. Yes? Okay. So what happens there? Before the 3 months, the soul is around the mom and the body is growing in the womb. Then around 3 months, the soul connects with the physical plane, with the body. And this is here at the chakra, the heart chakra. And then the self-love is flowing into the body. And what is the self-love? It is light, love, warmth, wisdom, and power. So let me explain what you are all about. So self-love is the love of the self. And what is the self? It's the soul. Okay, your light, highest frequency in the universe. Love, one of the highest frequency in the universe. Warmth, if the body, if the soul leaves the body, then the body gets cold very, very fast. That's because the soul has a high frequency and is warm. Then wisdom. What do I mean with wisdom? Wisdom means that you are connected, you as a soul are connected with the whole universe. So actually you don't come here to learn, you just forgot, because the physical plane is very low in frequency. You forgot mainly who you are, and then you relearn or remember who you really are. That's the game, yeah, of the physical plane. Okay, but also you have the blueprint. You have the blueprint of an optimal functional body with you, your optimal functional body, and only yours. Yeah. So what happens if you as a soul are not in the body? Then the body gets older and the body gets sick. Yeah. Deteriorates. Yeah, is that the correct word? What happens? So if you know this, you can rejuvenate your body and you have a fulfilled life. Okay, let me explain to you. Every soul has information to do what it should do. Yes. And you as a soul have this blueprint with you. So if you go into your body, every cell gets this information again and again and again. But if you're not in the body, then the soul is out of the body and the cells do not get this blueprint, this information. So what does the cell do? It divides in new cells, and it just copies the old information that the cell already has to the other cell. But a copy after a copy after a copy after a copy, it's not readable anymore after a while. And that's where the body gets sick, yeah, because it's not readable anymore for the new cells. So the new cells do what they think they have to do, and then you have mutation. That's the word what I was looking for, mutation. And we can see that older people, aging is a form of mutation, yeah? Okay, So how do you get into the body? So we were light, love, warmth, wisdom, and power. What is this power all about? It's not the physical power, yeah. It's not the muscles. It is the power as you as a soul, and you experience that when you get into your body. You as a soul get into your body. There is a certain power that you feel that you can overcome anything. That you uh, people do extraordinary things, are very creative, or people can, in emergencies, you can see, for example, women who lift up a car when their baby is underneath it, for example, or a person jumps over a very high wall in an emergency. But also people who can do in art amazing things, or see through multi dimensions and can create things. Now on the internet you can see these amazing things that people can do, and that's what we are. We are amazing. We are amazing creatures. And so if you get more and more into your body, then you will feel fulfilled, because your self-love is there, your love is there, your light is there, you glow. People say, are you in love, for example, or what's happening, you shine so much, or you look good, or whatever. And because people notice that there's something going on, plus all the senses become much more active, you become much more aware. And that's because you're in the body. Because if you have to steer the body from outside, it's normal that you are not optimal functioning and steering the body. Try to steer a car from remote control. It's much more difficult than when you sit in the car and you have the steering wheel in your hands. Yeah. So this is the same with you as a soul and the body. And a lot of people are living outside their bodies, and mainly in the back or in the front. And if you are in the back, you're mostly, thinking about what happened to you in the past. And if you're in front of the body, then you're focused on future, future, future. I want, I need, I want. Yes. Okay. So let me check together with you. Where are you at this moment in around your body? Because you're not in the body. I'm 100% sure you're not in the body. Or I only see people in their bodies when they do sports. And this has to do with balance. Sports with balance. And you have to keep your balance. You sport intensively, then you go into the body. And a child can start going into the body around 11 years. Before 11 years, the body is very vulnerable because nobody's home. And that's where the darkness teases the children also, because the soul cannot protect, well, it's around the body, but it's not in the body. And so if I ask children and I teach them this exercise to go into the body, they will say, oh, it's too small, it's too small, because you as a soul are very high in frequency, and the physical body is very low in frequency, and you have to get adjusted to it, and it takes you 11 years. 11 years. And then you can get into it. And by repetition. But if you go too much into school teaching, they teach you to stay out of your body and to look to the teacher very far away, ignore the body, then you are not learning to get into the body. You don't do a lot of physical sports or exercise, then you train yourself to stay out of the body. And that's what happened to mainly everybody. If I look around, most people are not in their bodies. I never met anybody in my life who was consciously aware being inside of the body, not one person. I can see people who do exercises, who are very good in their exercises, they're in their bodies at that moment, or people who do amazing things like art. When they do it, they're in the body, but then they stop the exercise or they stop doing what they're doing and they leave the body again. So they're not aware what they are doing. Yes, they're not aware what they're doing with the physical plane, yeah, the body, and they themselves as the soul. Okay, so let's check where you are. For example, if you feel more the right part of your body, you're more an emotional person. And then, for example, you don't feel that much your left shoulder, but you're very aware of your right shoulder, or your right ear, but you don't feel that much your left ear. And you feel much more what's happening at this side, but this side you're not so much in contact with this side. Yeah, what's very close to you or far from you, and there's a difference between your right side and your left side. The opposite can also be, if you're a very functional person, if you're mathematic, analyzing, writing, reading, yeah, very left part of your brain, then you're more at the left side. So you feel more your left shoulder. You're not much aware of your right shoulder. The same with your head, yeah, your ears. And some people have no awareness of their back and have more awareness of what's in front. Yeah, so if they would make, if I would ask the person, okay, draw a circle around your body, where would you draw it? Then they would go like this. Yeah, they forget their back. Yeah, and your body should be the middle of the circle. You understand? So if you're in the body, you can feel the back, the front, the right, the left, the up, and the down equally. And that is not the case. And that's not the case in any case. Anybody I asked, what you're most aware of. And then, of course, I can see how the person would look like physically, the blueprint, because the soul looks a lot like, well, the soul looks how it should look, and then the body is a duplication, but mostly it's a bad duplication. And then I know you as a soul were not a long time in the body, a long time. Yes. Do I make myself clear? So if I see the soul is beautiful. And if the body is not that beautiful, if the body is just a weak drawing of a weak copy of the soul, then I know you a long time that you connected deep inside with the body. And it's not, it's not, I don't judge it, but it's hard for the body because the body needs the information for the cells. Yeah, remember, copy, not readable, mutation. So when you're in the body, you will give this information, the blueprint that you have as a soul, to your body. And also, you have this fulfillment that you feel. People who the self is far away from the body, or is around the body but not deep or in the body, they have this emptiness. They have this emptiness that they try to fill up with material things, food, profession, a career, a family. They try to fill it up. But if the self-love, you as the soul, get into the body, then you feel fulfilled. And I don't judge the outside world, the material world. I like luxury myself. But there is this fulfillment that you flow over with this love. You have this, like when you fall in love, it's almost the same. I will make another video about that. What happens when you fall in love? But you have this fulfillment. You have this, you're not craving. There's nothing to fill up, to need to fill up. You have this joy, and it comes from nowhere. People say, "Oh, are you in love? You shine. You're so bright." Well, it is the self-love. It is not that something happened in my life or in your life. No, it's you. You fill the body up. And of course, it expresses in whatever you say and how you say it and when you say it, and you don't feel, you don't judge. You don't judge the body. You don't judge the outside world. You're very loving and caring. You feel connected with the body. And then, of course, if you feel connected with the body, you can also feel connected with the outside world. How would it be different? I mean, if you're not connected with your own vehicle, how can you connect with another vehicle of a other person or a animal or a plant? Yeah. So this is the whole concept of misunderstanding of self-love. I don't say that quality time it's not, well, you will see it's not necessary. Whatever you do, whatever you occupied with in your daily life, you feel fulfilled anyway. Even if you sit outside just watching nature, you feel fulfilled. Or if you listen to somebody who's complaining and playing the victim, you still feel fulfilled. And this is the secret of being a good therapist, for example. If you are in the body and you fill the body with self-love, with high frequencies, nothing can get in. No low frequencies can get in. No low frequencies like trauma from other people, pain from other people, it cannot get in your body, because you are in the body. Plus you don't judge. You as a soul, your light, love, wisdom, and power, you don't have the need to judge. You feel the amazing thing of being alive, because this body is an amazing thing, physical, biological vehicle that is yours, and you can steer it and you can experience the physical plane, and that is wow. Yeah. And you don't judge the body or the outside world. You just constate it's there. Okay, this person is in the victim. Okay, fine. Get out of the victim. Why would you stay in the victim? And you can talk to the person. You can tell the person what happens if you stay in the victim. And you can repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. But if you're not in the body, you make a lot of unpleasant emotions. You project these unpleasant emotions. And of course, I admit it doesn't. I am not always in my body. I sometimes judge, well, lose my patience if I repeat and repeat and repeat, and the person keeps on doing it, playing the victim or whatever. Of course, I'm at this, this plane. I'm human like everybody else. So yeah, it's self-love is whatever you do, it's fulfilling. Whatever you do, Even if you do the dishes, it's fulfilling. Doesn't mean that you have to do the dishes all day, but it's just a happy feeling. I call it the love you feeling. It is there all the time. You don't have to do anything. Just be aware of the body inside. And I gave you already in the other videos tricks how to stay in the body, and that's stand on one leg. Stand on one leg. Keep your balance. If you keep your balance, or close your eyes and try to keep your balance. Shake your head, close your eyes, and keep your balance, and so on. You can train and train and train. Do things that sports that you have to keep your balance. The things I saw people do when I teach them how to get into their bodies. And I told you many times, you need to learn to think and feel independent from each other at the same time. And if I teach people this, the things that they start to do and become very good at what they're doing, is just amazing. With kids, amazing. They can overcome trauma, they can overcome so many things. I saw people overcome so many things just by this simple exercise. But I need to see you. I need to see you because the brain is smart and the brain is selfish, and the brain will do everything to not give a piece of the energy attention that he gets now from you, and he will get all his tricks out of the box to not divide the energy that you give it now. And I can see that. I can see how much you use your brain, and I can see how much you use your feeling, and you cannot trick me. So that's why I cannot teach you online. In this video, I cannot. But I can tell you, try to listen to me and feel your body at the same time. You can do that. You're not aware of it, that you don't, but now you're aware. So try to get more and more in the body. Be aware this body is three-dimensional. It's not flat, yeah? It's not a comic figure in a comic film, yeah? So feel it and function. Think, mentally analyzing, fantasizing, whatever, visualizing, but also feel it. Feel the emotions, feel the physical plane, feel the senses, feel the movement of the body, the joints, the muscles. Feel it, yes. So this is the self-love. And of course, taking a sauna, having a massage, having a good walk in the park, or in the woods by yourself, no distractions around you. Of course it's fun, but you will see, the more you as a soul dives down into the body, how can I say different, the more you feel that you're fulfilled. It's fun to do that, but you don't need it. Yeah, you do not need it. It's fun to do the quality time, but you do not need it. It's not a necessity anymore. And that's amazing, because you feel this happiness, you feel fulfilled. Whatever you do, whatever in life, yeah, it's fun. It's just, life is fun. It's fun to be here alive. And that's what it's all about. And if you're far away from the body, you cannot feel that. You cannot feel this fulfilling feeling. And then the ego, of course, the poor ego is doing what he can do, what is in his reach, and that's outside. And he's trying to fill this emptiness. And I can tell you, he's not succeeding. He's not succeeding. Nobody can succeed in that. It's always unfulfilling. You always want more. You always want bigger. because that is not fulfilling. So here you go. That is the video about self-love. And don't believe me. I always say, don't believe me. Just test it yourself. And I see you in the next video. Bye bye.